Let's breathe in through the nose and expand the belly. Exhale through the mouth and deflate the belly. Hope just threw her toy at me. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, contract and deflate the belly. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Align the head and neck, the shoulders, the ribs, the pelvis. And let's inhale in neutral. Exhale to imprint. Inhale, relax to neutral. Exhale, contract to imprint. Inhale, relax to neutral. Exhale through the mouth and imprint and deflate the belly. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, imprint. Now inhale, stay in neutral. Exhale, stay in neutral. Inhale, reach the arms above your head. Exhale, around to the sides. We're maintaining neutral through the pelvis. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, around. So we have the natural arch at the lower back, but the back of the ribs always stay in contact with the floor. One more time in this direction. Breathe in and breathe out and reverse the direction. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Exhale, pull down. One more time. Inhale, reach up overhead. And exhale, rest those hands by your sides. Inhale, now slide the shoulders toward the ears. And exhale, slide the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, the shoulders come up. Exhale, they slide down. And it's a slow movement. And the elbows are soft, meaning we're not locking out the elbows or making the arms really stiff. And we're moving from our shoulders. Our pelvis remains neutral on the inhale and on the exhale. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do some head nods. Inhale, drop the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lengthen through the muscles at the back of the neck. Exhale, release. So the muscles in the front of the neck do not overwork. So we want to keep that movement small. Inhale, gently drop the chin. Exhale, release. One more time. Now remember, this is what we do with our head before we lift it off the floor. We usually drop the head and align the neck. Now bring your hands above your chest, elbows slightly bent. Inhale, stretch up to the ceiling. Exhale, pull the shoulders down into the floor. Inhale, stretch up so my shoulders move to the front of my body. And then exhale, pull the shoulders to the back of the body. Inhale, and again, the elbows are soft. So we're not reaching from the arms, but instead we're reaching from the shoulders. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull down. And sometimes the ribs want to pop up as we pull the shoulders down here. So be mindful that we're not doing that and we're still maintaining neutral through the pelvis. Last one. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, pull down. And rest those hands. Bring the heels in, closer to the bum. Hip distance between the feet, the knees, and the hips. They all line up. Breathe in, prepare. Exhale through the mouth, imprint. Lift the tailbone, then the lower back, then the middle back, and slowly come up onto the upper back. Breathe in. Exhale, roll down, pressing through each section of the spine, through your imprint, and return to neutral. Inhale, relax. Exhale, contract the core first, then the glutes and hamstrings kick in to press the hips up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll down. And return to neutral. Breathe in through the nose, relax the belly. Exhale through the mouth, contract the core, imprint, lift the bum, roll up. Gently squeeze the ball. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll it down. Pressing, pressing, pressing. And return to neutral. One more time. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift the bum, then the low back. Slowly come up. Breathe in, hold. Exhale, they're just delivering my HelloFresh meals this week. I don't need to answer it. Inhale at the bottom. Good, now take the ball away. Hold it in your hands above your chest. Exhale, pick one leg tabletop. Breathe in, hold. Exhale, pick the other leg up tabletop. Inhale, hold. And we're just gonna hold for a couple breaths and make sure that you've activated your deep core. So you can put one hand on your belly and see if you exhale, or when you exhale, does your belly drop or does it pop up? And then on the inhale, yes, it's gonna raise some, but we don't wanna fully relax the core in this position on the inhale. We only fully relax the core on our inhale if we're not having to support our legs at all. Now let's reach our arms above our head. Inhale, stay. Exhale, reach overhead so the ball goes towards the floor. Inhale, ball comes to the knees. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now add a toe tap. Exhale, tap the toe. Inhale, lift. Maintain imprint. Don't let your pelvis tip because of the weight of the leg. Start your exhale before you move the leg. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. One more time. And we're gonna rest one foot to the floor and then the other foot. Straighten both legs out, both arms overhead. Nice big stretch. So we just warm up the core a little bit there. Now roll to your side for spinal rotation. You might want a little extra cushioning for your head, especially if you have wide shoulders, because then your head is further off the floor. Knees are bent and slightly in front. Low back is neutral and a little bit of space at the waist. So if my shoulder is shrugged, everything is gonna touch the floor, but I don't want that. I wanna pull my shoulder under me, hence why I need to have something under my head here, and then my waist lifts a little bit. That makes my spine nice and straight. Inhale, look to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Squeeze the front of the body. Make sure the ribs are flush with the rest of your spine here. Exhale over the top. Breathe in through the nose, look up. Breathe out through the mouth. Strong core contraction to support your spine as you twist it. Exhale back to the start. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, stay. Exhale, over. 3 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and hold. And back to the start. And the lower body does not move. 2 more. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, stay. And over the top. 1 more time. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and twist. Inhale, hold. And over. And let's switch sides. Roll it to the other side. Do all the same alignments over here. Inhale, look to the ceiling. Exhale, twist at the waist. Breathe in and stay. And exhale, back to the start. Inhale, lift and look up. Exhale, open. Breathe in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Deep breath in, stay here. And back to the start. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Breathe in and stay. And exhale over the top. 2 more. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, open. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back to the start. Inhale, stretch up. And twist. Breathe in and stay. And over. We're going to do 1 more on this side. Inhale, stretch up. And twist. Breathe in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And let's sit ourselves up into child's pose. We're going to open up the knees a little wider than the hips. I'm going to stretch out through the shoulders. Drop the head as close to the mat as you can. Resting it if possible. Now focus your breath on the back and sides of the ribs. So as you inhale, see if you can expand through the back and sides of the ribs. And as you breathe out, soft contraction of the core. So inhale and exhale. Now bring both hands slightly off to the side. And breathe deeply there. Try to keep those hips in the middle. Sometimes when we bring our hands to the side, our hips tend to shift to that same side. So see if you can sit your hips still in the middle of where your heels are. And that gives you a little more stretch down the side body. And hands off to the other side. Breathe deep there. And again, see if you can expand through the side of the ribs. And back to the center and up onto the hands and knees. Cat stretch is going to help us stretch out our lower back and our shoulders as well. So we start on our hands and knees with our 5 Pilates principles. Breathe in to relax the core. Breathe out, contract the deep core, round the lower back, tuck the bum, push with the arms to round the rest of the back and release the head. Inhale, hold. Exhale, pelvis returns to neutral and everything follows, ending with the head. Breathe in, relax the belly. Breathe out through the mouth. Tuck the tailbone, round the lower back, then the middle back, then the upper back. Inhale through the nose, expanding through the back and sides of the ribs. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back to neutral, lower back, ribs, shoulders, head. Breathe in, relax, and fill up the belly with air. Breathe out through the mouth, curl up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back down 1 more time. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, stay. And exhale, come back down. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. And now we're gonna go side to side with the hips. So our knees are fairly close together and our hips go to one side, our shoulders go to the other side. We're sitting back a little bit into our knees so we don't have too much weight in those arms right now. One more. Good. And now we're going to turn over on our back. And we're going to do some more things with the ball in tabletop. So laying down, hold the ball in your hands. We're going to pick each leg up to tabletop, one at a time, with a strong exhale to set your core. Breathe in, prepare. Exhale, lift one leg up. Breathe in, stay. Exhale, pick your other leg up. Now this one we haven't done, I don't think, on Zoom, but we're going to take our ball and we're going to try and lay it on our shins. So I'm not holding it between my shins. As you can see, it can roll a little bit. So our shins have to stay parallel to the ground. Our legs have to stay nice and still. Now we're going to take our hands behind our head. Breathe in. Exhale, curl up. Just enough, not too high. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. We're going to do two more like that. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, stay. And release. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And release. Now we're going to do a little twist. This is going to be harder. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the side. Inhale, come back down. Don't worry if your ball moves as long as it doesn't fall. Exhale to the other side. Inhale down. It just makes you more aware of how stable you keep those legs. Inhale down in the middle. Exhale, little twist to the side. Inhale down in the middle. Two more. One each side. And last one. And we're going to take that ball down and rest those feet. Awesome. So next one we're going to do is stretch out our quads a little bit. So we're going to hold our hand behind our knee. Now the other leg can be bent, which is going to make it a little bit easier to straighten your leg. So we're going to exhale, extend, and bend. If you straighten that leg down on the ground, it tips your pelvis more to a neutral position and it makes it harder to straighten the leg. But again, it doesn't have to go all the way straight as long as you're feeling a stretch in the back of the leg, that's all. Last one, and you'll also feel your quads doing some work. Switch sides, exhale, extend, and bend. And one may feel tighter than the other. Exhale, inhale. Your head is staying rested on the floor, shoulders back. We don't want to shrug or round the shoulders forward. Two more. Last one. Good. Because now we're going to take our ball and we're going to bring our legs to tabletop again. And we're going to put the ball between our ankles. And from here, we're going to keep our hands on the floor. We're going to exhale, trying to extend the legs. Now, they may not go all the way straight. And if they go straight and the legs are really low, it's going to be really challenging on your core. So exhale, go as straight as you can without overdoing it with the core and the back. So if you're feeling anything in your back, just keep your knees slightly bent. So we are using the quad muscles, the front of the thighs, work to straighten the back of the legs. One more. Now hold the legs tabletop. Hands behind the head. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, we're gonna curl up and straighten the legs. Inhale, come back down, tabletop. Exhale, curl up and straighten the legs as much as you can. Inhale, come back down, tabletop. Exhale, little squeeze of the ball, but nothing much. Inhale down. 2 more. Last one. And take that ball out and rest those legs down. So you will feel that in the legs. Don't feel like you're doing it wrong just because you're feeling it in the legs. Definitely the legs are working there. Awesome. Let's roll to our side and sit up. With our knees bent, we're going to do half roll back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, come up. How far you go back is up to you. Inhale, come up. If you decide you want to go back a little bit further, just make sure you're keeping the curve in your back, that you don't start to straighten out if you go back too far. Keep the roundness. Now we're going to stay back here. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, use your breath to deepen the contraction of the lower belly. Stay. Exhale, deepen the contraction more. Every time you exhale. Exhale again, soften the arms and shoulders. One more. Inhale, come up. We're going to go back and stay again. Exhale, go back. Hold. Breathe in. Take the ball in one hand and bring it slightly out to the side. Inhale, center. Big exhale, out to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. So we're not twisting at all. We're keeping our body very still. It's very challenging. One more. Last one. And sit all the way up. Awesome. Now straighten out the legs. We're going to stretch forward. Breathe in. Exhale, sit all the way up. Now we're going to roll all the way down. So if you need your towel, get your towel ready for your low back. Breathe in. Exhale, contract, round the back. Press the lower back in. Then the rest of the back follows. Arms overhead. Breathe in through the nose. Big exhale from the lower belly to contract the deep core. Stretch it forward. Inhale, lift. So we did do some extra abdominals before we did this today. So it's going to feel a little more tired than usual. Inhale, exhale. So when I change the order of the exercises, it's going to change how they feel. So don't think you're getting weaker. Our goal is to make you tired, right? Because when you get tired, you get stronger. Breathe in. Big exhale. Good. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, roll down. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And remember, the timing of your breath can really make a difference. So make sure you start that exhale before you get to the hard part of the exercise, which is where your lower back presses through the mat. One more. Breathe in. Big exhale. And let's stretch it forward. Good job. Take a couple deep breaths forward here in this stretched position. And let's slowly sit up. We're going to bend the knees. So we're going to put the ball between the knees and we're going to do that twist half roll back. So my ball is between my knees. I'm going to squeeze the ball, breathe in, roll back halfway, sweep the arm back. Inhale, come up. Switch sides, roll back and sweep. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Remember, contract your core before you get to a hard position. So contract it first, then roll back. So you start your exhale, and then you finish your exhale when you're back. 2 more. Last one. And all the way up. Good. Let's take that ball out, put it between our shoulder blades or somewhere in the vicinity of our shoulder blades. Then support the head and roll it exactly where you want it. So remember, it shouldn't be touching your neck and it shouldn't be low on the ribs. Support the head, lean back, look to the ceiling. Exhale, bend forward. So when we do this one, it's okay to let your ribs pop forward because we are working on extending the thoracic spine. Exhale, drop the ribs, but keep the pelvis neutral. Inhale, go back. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, go back. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, open up through the chest, let the elbows fall out. Exhale, bend forward and point the elbows towards your knees. Inhale and exhale. If at any point you want to hold it, you're more than welcome to hold it at any position. Last one. And we're going to use our hands to help us come all the way up. Good. Now we're going to sit on our ball. Well, we are, yes. We're going to sit on it and we're going to be cross-legged. Now for some of you, this might feel a little bit strange. So it's right. It's basically helping us take some pressure off the hips. If you'd rather sit on a cushion, that's fine too. Okay, now we're gonna take our arms out in front. So my forearms are on top of one another. My elbows are bent, my shoulders are down. Now when we rotate and we're on the ball, it's gonna be a little bit tippy. So we're gonna breathe in, we're gonna exhale, rotate only as far as we can stay nice and tall. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. So we're feeling this in our waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. And center. Now bring your arms down for a second. Next, we're going to bring our arms straight out in a straight line. Keeping our shoulders away from the ears. Make sure you're not leaning too far forward. You want your shoulders to be right above your hips. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the side, keeping a straight line between those arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, contract the core and get taller. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. 2 more. And center. And last side, I'm just going to face you guys for the next thing. Hold your arms out to the side. Now breathe in, and we're going to press our arms up without shrugging the shoulders. Inhale out to the side. Exhale to the front. Next, without rounding our back. Out. Exhale, press overhead, pull down through the ribs. Inhale to the side. Exhale to the front. One more, up overhead. And front. and out and release. Good. We're gonna take the ball out. We're gonna sit on our knees. So just like this. If this is not comfortable for you, you can sit up or any other position that feels okay for you. Because now we're gonna bring those arms out. So there's one last one in this position. And we're still gonna twist, but when I turn to the right, I'm gonna bend my right elbow. And then I'm gonna come to the center. When I turn to the left, I'm gonna bend my left elbow. And center. And then we're gonna go to the right for 3 little ones. 2, 1. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Think about the back of your shoulder. 3, 2, 1. And between the shoulder blades. Inhale, straight out. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straight arms. Shoulders should be starting to get tired. Last time. Actually, no, we gotta go to the left. 3, 2, 1. Now hold circles, little tiny ones. The arms move within the shoulder socket. The shoulders don't move up and down. Reverse. And lower them down. Woo! Feeling that through those shoulders, right? They start to feel really heavy. Yes. Good. Felt like you were holding weights in your hands, didn't it? I know. Now we're going to take the ball, put it underneath our pelvis, and lay our head back on the floor. So guide yourself back using your hands till your head is on the floor and the ball is underneath the pelvis. And remember, in this position, we don't have anything supporting the back of the ribs. So we want to stabilize by contracting the muscles that wrap around. So do a couple deep breaths and make sure you're aware of those muscles that wrap around the ribs and that the ribs stay flat and not pop forward. We also want our shoulders to be as open as possible. Now exhale, pick one leg up tabletop, sink your back towards the ball, and then the other one. Breathe in, exhale, extend one leg out, and bend it back to the center. Exhale, extend the leg out. So it's during this exercise that you can find the best spot for the ball. So play around with putting the ball a tiny bit higher or a tiny bit lower. Like, I mean, you know, 1/4 of an inch difference makes a difference in this exercise. And again, if you feel like you can't get your leg very low without the back kicking in, try putting the ball in a position closer to your bum. And now we're gonna hold that leg out straight and stay and breathe. Now focus on the front of the ribs and opening the shoulders and relaxing the arms and holding that leg straight. And then switch legs. So the core is working really hard to hold up the weight of that leg. And switch again. One more each side. And switch. And bend the knees. Good. Now we're going to extend both legs up. We're going to do a little, what do we call this, flexion, so that your legs come towards you, and then a little tip away. So inhale, bring the legs towards you. Exhale, lower the legs. Inhale. We're trying to keep the legs fairly straight to get that stretch in the back of the legs, but we definitely do not want to use any momentum here. So it's very slow. Exhale, the legs go down. Inhale, the feet come up. Now this time we're going to add a straddle. So exhale, go down. Inhale, straddle, and pull them up and together. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open, pull them up. Now, if you want to add the ankles to that, when you open, you flex at the feet, at the ankles. Exhale, point to go away. Inhale, flex and pull up and together. Now we're going to reverse the direction. So we're going to come towards you and straddle. Exhale, away and together. Inhale, come up. Exhale, straddle and go down. Inhale, flex at the ankles. Exhale, point to go away. And we're not coming off the ball at all. We're totally on the ball the whole time. One more. Good. Now we're going to try some scissors. So scissor. So both legs are as straight as possible. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And let's add a windmill. So open to a straddle, circle around, and do 2 scissors again. 1, 2, straddle, and around. 1, 2, straddle, all the way around. One more time. And either hug those knees in, or you can rest your feet on the ground to take a little break. Whatever feels better for you. We're just going to take a little breather there. And we're going to attempt the rollovers. So the rollover is when our pelvis does lift off the ball and we try to bring our legs overhead. So again, very important, do not throw your legs to get them as far as possible. To start out, if you do have tightness in your hamstrings, you can try it with your knees bent. It doesn't give you as much leverage when your knees are bent as when they're straight, but we drop our knees towards our chest and then press through the hands and the elbows and the shoulders. The whole arm presses. But first, those legs have to drop towards you. So if you're tight in your back and in your legs, your body's not going to want to bend that way. And it doesn't matter how hard you press with the arms, you're not going to be able to get over. And you just have to be patient with that. And then you cross the other ankle over. Now, if you've done this lots of times and you know you can do the full rollover, then you can carry on with straight legs, with or without the ball. So when the legs are straight, it does give you more leverage and help to bend, but you gotta have the flexibility to get you there. So it's a process, it takes time. You might be doing all the right things, but your body's just not ready yet. So just day at a time, one day it's just gonna click and it's gonna happen, and there you go. That's how it happens. So if you're first learning it, it might be just exhale off the ball a little bit, inhale, come back down. If you're getting all the way over, you can hold it once you get over there. So it's exhale to move, inhale to stay, exhale to roll down. And it is hard to breathe in once you're all folded up like that. So that's where breathing in through the back and sides of the ribs makes a difference. Last one. Breathe in and breathe out. And we're gonna rest those legs all the way down. And we're gonna take our ball away and just feel how flat our back feels now on the floor. Everything just feels so nice and relaxed and soft and a little bit tired. We're gonna roll it over on our front now. So laying on our stomach is when we tend to forget about our core a little bit, especially if we have all this coordination that we're doing with our arms, right? So first, we're gonna bend the knees, and my knees are apart. They're wider, probably a little bit wider than my hips, but not wider than my mat. My ankles are flexed, and I'm gonna rest my head down. Now I'm gonna engage the core. So how do you know if your core is engaging when you're down here? Well, you're gonna feel kind of that part that's below your belly button, gently lifting away from the floor, not off the floor, but it's not gonna be as spread out. Your belly's not gonna be as spread out on the floor as when you're relaxed. So when you're relaxed, everything is just kind of soft and spread out. When you breathe out through the mouth and you engage the deep core, you just kind of feel a little lift of those muscles coming up towards your spine. And then on the inhale, you relax it again. Now let's add a squeeze of the heels. Exhale, squeeze the core first, squeeze the heels and squeeze the bum. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze the core, squeeze the bum, squeeze the heels. One thing I don't want you to squeeze is your shoulders. So stay relaxed through the shoulders and neck, and believe it or not, those areas try to kick in to help. And release. Exhale, squeeze the core, the glutes, the heels. Also the back of the legs are contracting too. And release. Exhale, squeeze. And release. One more time. Squeeze. And release. Now straighten out the legs. Bring your legs closer together. And we're going to put our arms above our head. Breathe in, prepare. Exhale, engage the core first, then lift opposite arm and leg. Inhale, come down. Exhale, contract the core, then the glutes, and upper body, shoulder, and release. Exhale, so it's actually contracting on a diagonal across my body, from my shoulder to my opposite hip. Inhale down, exhale, lift. The head lifts as well. Now you can carry on with this, or you can progress to swimming. Swimming is when both arms are lifted, both legs are lifted, and we go a little bit quicker. Both arms and legs are going up and down at the same time. And the breath is just inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. It doesn't coordinate with any number of movements. And release it down. Awesome. Now we're not quite done here. We're going to take our hands by our thighs. Now with this one, our feet do not lift off the ground. Our feet stay firm into your mat. So we're not using our glutes. Breathe in. We're going to exhale. Engage the core and the front of the thighs. Lift the head up. Open up the shoulders. Turn the hands out. My bum is not contracted. And release. Inhale, relax. Exhale, tighten the front of the thighs, the core. Lift the head, shoulders, arms. Breathe in. And release. So if you're noticing you're squeezing your bum, don't lift off the ground as high with your upper body. Breathe in, exhale, more core, head, shoulders. Focus on the upper back, middle back muscles. And the lower back's definitely working too. Breathe in, exhale, lift. Breathe in, stay, and lower down. Inhale, relax everything. Exhale, press the tops of the feet into the ground. Lift, lift, hold, and release. One more time. Breathe in, relax. Exhale, strong in the front of the body. Lift the head, lift the shoulders, open up the hands. Stay, breathe in, and release. And let's sit back in child's pose. Rest the head down. Awesome. Now we're going to work on our upper body strength a little bit. So we're going to take our ball, we're going to put it right in front of us. And we're going to work on a partial push-up. So we're going to bend, touch the ball, push up. Now if you can already do full push-ups, then you don't need to use the ball. And you can also do this from your toes. But we gotta spread our fingers really wide. We're doing this from the knees. My bum is up a little bit because I definitely don't want you sagging, okay? But as my arms bend, my hips have to go down too. So we don't want the bum staying up like that. We want the hips to come down. So we're gonna do 3 little pulses. Inhale, 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 exhale, push. Inhale, 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 exhale, push. So you're hitting your ball on your chest. Inhale, 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 exhale. One more time. Down, 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 push. And sit back. Good. So the couple different things that happen with push-ups. The core is not strong enough to support you, or your shoulder girdle isn't. So sometimes what happens is when we do push-ups, we sink, 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 and the shoulders come up, but the shoulders need to stay stable as we bend those arms. So as I bend my arms, my shoulders don't creep up and pinch together in the back. We're gonna try that one more time, but this time we're not gonna do 3, 2, 1. We're just gonna go down, up. So it's a little bit easier. Ready? Inhale down, exhale, push. Inhale down, exhale, push. Inhale down, exhale, push. Inhale down, push. One more. Down, push. Good, another child's pose. And if you feel that you're really weak with push-ups, a great way to start is with your hands on the countertop. So you're standing up with your legs straight and your hands on the countertop, so you're just a little bit angled, right? Or a table. That's a great way to start. So then you don't have all of your body weight. Of course, you can do it on the floor too, but sometimes just getting to the floor is a barrier for trying to do stuff. It's like, I don't want to get down on the floor right now. But if you're in the kitchen or dining room, yeah, I could do a few of those right now. Just, you don't have to really be warmed up if you're doing them from that position. All right? So next we're gonna give our upper body a break and get our bands for our glutes. So let's start out with the band around the knees, laying on your back. Feet wide, knees wide, toes pointed straight ahead, pelvis neutral. Exhale, contract the core, lift. Inhale, come down. Contract the core and lift. Inhale, come down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. And with your hands on your hips, you can get an idea if your hips are level when you come up. Because sometimes one side tends to slack off and it drops down a little bit. And we want to contract our core to stabilize the pelvis. And that helps our glutes contract. Now stay up and hold. Now relax your feet a little bit more. Open your knees a tiny bit more. Press your hips a little bit higher and pull your ribs a bit lower. Palms up to the ceiling. Keep hanging out here. We're just hanging out. Things are heating up. Yep, still up here. And down. And right back up. And stay, and this time do some little pulses out with the knees. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep them really small so that your feet don't roll out. We want to keep our feet flat. Squeeze your belly a bit more. And down. Now let the knees fall together. Slide your feet away from your bum. Open the knees very slowly. Inhale, the knees come back to touch. Open, together. Open, together. Now let's add 3 little ones each time you go out. 3, 2, 1, together. 3, 2, 1, together. 3, 2, 1, together. 3, 2, 1, together. Now we're going to hold it out there for a whole bunch. Little ones, try and relax the big muscles of the thighs. Engage the core, but keep the pelvis neutral. So we've got lots of space at the low back. Lots of weight in the tailbone. All the way together and apart. Together and apart. Good. Now we're going to take our band off and we're going to do some laying down on our side. So with this one, we really want to get our bottom shoulder pulled under. So our waist lifts away from the ground. And that also aligns the top of our waist and our top hip. Straighten out the top leg. Lift it and lower it. Now I only lift it as high as my waist doesn't get involved. We're not using our waist to lift it. We're just using our waist to stabilize. So in other words, to stop our pelvis from moving and our spine from moving. That's all we're using our core for here. We're not using it to lift. So you start feeling it in your back. Your leg's probably coming up too high. Or your hip is coming up. So if you take your top hand and you push down on your hip, notice that we don't want that hip coming up. It's got to lift from your bum. Now circles. 10, 9, 8. Make sure your core is tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. So the reason we have to work our glutes is because we walk. That's it. That's simple. If you don't walk, you don't need to work your glutes. I don't know how else you're getting around. Now bring your leg to the front. I lost count. Exhale, go back, reach behind like a rainbow. Inhale to the front. Exhale, straight leg, reach as far behind as you can. Inhale to the front. Exhale, big arc. Rainbows have arcs on them. They're not flat. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift. Now keep it in the front. Rest it on the ground. That's easy, right? Rest it. Now lift and lower. Lift. You can touch the ground every time you come down. Lift. Lift. Lift and stay. Little tiny ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Woo! Good job. Switch sides. So bottom leg is slightly bent. It's going to be a little bit burny still. Just try and relax it. Lift your ribs off the ground by pulling your bottom shoulder under. Long through the waist. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. And again, you will still feel the bottom leg, so just ignore it for now. Try to relax it as much as you can. It'll go away soon. Especially if you stabilize with your core. If you're not using your core, your bottom leg is going to keep trying to stabilize you. Which your other leg might have been doing too, but you didn't notice it because it wasn't hard already. And the hip is not coming up. I'm not feeling this in my low back. I'm lifting from my bum on the side. And circles. 10, 9, 8, core. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. Bottom leg should be feeling better now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to the front. Big rainbow back. Inhale to the front. Exhale back. Inhale to the front. Exhale, lift and reach. Inhale, but our waist doesn't sag to the floor. Keep your knees straight, because we want you to be moving from your hip. If you can't keep your knees straight, do smaller movement. One more. Hold it to the front, rest it down. Breathe in, exhale, tighten the core, lift. Rest it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Don't worry how high it is. Exhale, lift. It doesn't have to be any higher than the hip. Lift. Down. Lift. Down. Hold it up this time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Burning. Awesome. Now let's sit ourselves up. Do a little windshield washing with our legs. Good. Now let's sit with our knees out. Oh, I feel my inner thighs. I think that's from the cross-country skiing. I didn't think I felt anything until I just did this. And now we're going to straighten out one leg, bend the other leg, and reach towards that straight leg. And switch. Nice relaxing breaths. And we're going to finish with a glute stretch. You can do the one sitting with both knees to the side, or the other one is with the knees crossed over, either seated or laying down. So I hope everyone's reaching their goal of how many times per week they're trying to get in for Pilates. My recommendation was twice a week. Obviously, you know, a lot of you were only doing once a week when we weren't on Zoom, when we were doing it in person, switch sides. So twice a week is quite like a lot more.
Like you will feel a big difference going from once a week regularly to twice a week regularly. And if you're getting in 3 times a week, that's ideal. And if you're having a challenge getting in your goal for various reasons, just reach out to me and maybe I can give you some ideas on ways of helping. And even in those 1-hour videos, you don't have to do the whole hour. You can just do the first 20, 30 minutes. Sometimes it's just a matter of convincing yourself to get down on the mat, and then once you're down there, you'll do more. But if you don't want to do more once you're down there, just do a few breathing, stretching exercises. That's it. That's still great. Let's finish with one more child's pose. And there you go. Another day, another Monday morning. And we're all done. Good job.